Hey everybody, welcome back. I am bored. COVID made me bored, and today at the table, I'm taking a look at Marvel Battleworld, the Ultimate Armory version or series. I think I saw this a couple years ago, and I never looked into it. You find them at the Toys R Us, Walmart. They're sort of in a what I saw were sort of these. I'm going to call them blind boxes, but they're blind cubes or whatever, um, spheres or whatever you want to call this. Uh, and I just thought, oh, it's probably just something really cheesy, not worth my time. And in terms of price point, I wasn't sure the value that you're getting out of these. But then I don't know, maybe about a month or so ago, I so happened to be in Dollarama, and I see them for like I would say over like 60%. It's like just a couple dollars, you know, $3-4 per ball. They call this a battle ball, I think, right? And it's not the only format that they sell them in. They do sell them in sort of a starter kit, I think. I never actually saw them. I've only seen these in sort of their blind box display case. And I thought, well, for 60% off, sure, I'll give it a try. I wasn't opposed to it. I did a little research, tried to read up on it, and I thought, oh, it seems very, very, very lightweight, almost borderline filler game. And I'm going to sort of classify this when I think when I post this video, I'm going to classify this as a filler game. But this is not a filler game for, say, hey, I'm hanging out with some of my buddies, and while I'm setting up Gears of War, the board game, hey, let's toss in some something quick like Halo Tactics or whatever. I think this is more for kids. This is a collectible battle game. And the collectible nature of it is right here, blind box. You don't know what's inside here. There's a handful of characters for every series. I think this is the third series, and I believe they just recently issued a fourth series, the Syndicate, I don't know, Adventures or System or something like that. And this is the Ultimate Armory, which adds a slight twist to the gameplay. Not a lot, but enough. And you have a handful of characters all from the Marvel world, and it feels like it's the multiverse world. Because if you're going to look at this, you're going to say, who the heck are some of these guys? And that's what I said too. I this one? Don't know. And so it's collectible, which immediately screamed to me, kind of like trading card games, collectible card games. You're buying booster packs, hoping you're going to get that one card that you need to complete your set, but then you end up spending hundreds of dollars on other things that you don't need, getting duplicates, not sure what to do with those duplicates because they're not really worth anything and nobody really wants them, so they end up being sort of backplating for other cards when you're sleeving them. So I just thought, it's only a couple dollars. Dollar store, I picked up a couple. I opened it up, looked at the rule set, gave it a go. Oh yeah. Very easy, very straightforward, and to learn. I mean, to learn and to teach. Not, I wouldn't call it a lot of strategy, a lot of luck. But I'm sorry, it's by Funko, I think. I think these are the guys who make it. Yeah, and they're known for their little cutesy thing. Look at this Vision, this little guy. And I wasn't expecting much from these little miniature characters. I thought it'd be really cheap. It's sort of like, it's a dollar store. When you buy them, they look like they're not painted right. They're sort of not measured right. They're sort of very loose pieces. But I have to tell you, I am impressed with the quality of these little figures. Look at this is Scarlet Witch, and I think she is by far the most detailed one that I have. Yeah, I think so. She's got this little kind of, her little magic misty things between her hands when she's conjuring something. And it's a little bit translucent plastic. It's molded. It's not necessarily painted, like hand painted, except for the face part. But the other parts are actually molded in that color. So I like it. I think it's actually pretty cool. But at the end of the day, this is collectible, and as a result, you would want to spend a lot of money on these blind battle balls to try to get the characters that you want. There are rarities in this game, commons, uncommons, and rares, and ultra rares or whatever. I think they call them platinum rares. I actually scored one, which was this platinum Hulkbuster, which is awesome. I was actually, the moment I got him, I just actually stopped. I stopped buying more. But this isn't something that I would sink a lot of money into. But in order for me to sort of have that full, I guess, gameplay experience, and I have played this with my daughter, she's 6, and I've played it with her very, very simple level, and we have fun. She likes these little characters. My son is going to go crazy with these when he's a little bit older, but she's starting to know who the characters are by name, and we have fun. It's something that I bring out and just have fun. So one of the things about this game, you are on, in terms of objectives, you are assembling your team, you're assembling your Avengers, and you're working towards winning battles. Battles are locations, villains on these locations, and you're trying to battle them and earn enough wins to, I guess, beat the game. I think Battleworld is, I don't know the comic. This is based on the comic or the Marvel Battleworld comic. I'm assuming it's kind of like Gladiator style, like, I don't know, World War Hulk kind of thing. And you're off trying to win these battles. I think Thanos is the one who sort of masterminded this sort of gladiator style showdown. And as a result, you're trying to win a set number of battles. And if you lose 3 battles, you've lost the game. So that's the one consistent loss condition, is if you lose 3 battles. And I'll show you how you win and lose in a minute. But you'll be doing that, and you've got various characters. So I've got my characters here. And you could buy a starter set. But what I did was, because I couldn't find any starter sets, and at the dollar store, this was all I had, you dump in $10, $15, and I've got about 6 battle balls, right? And with the 6 is enough to create the experience. But the collectible part of it is what really draws you in, and maybe sort of a pitfall to avoid. And that, my friend, is what's in here. Part of your gameplay involves finding or discovering Thanostones. And this is how the collectible nature, that's how they've marketed this. Very smart. You want to buy more so that you collect these, and inside of these are various characters of various rarities. Now, one of the things I have to tell you, it comes with 2 characters, a couple location cards, if you want to call it. They're character cards, a dice, and some tokens that you use to keep track of things. And they all fit inside here. It's pretty neat. Do they fit well? Not necessarily, but they do fit. So all that can be squeezed inside this little ball, probably no larger than, I don't know, size of a baseball, maybe slightly larger. And inside, you'll get these Thanostones. And part of the gameplay is, when you're setting up the game, you'll be exploring various locations or various other villains on these locations. But one of them will be a Thanostone location. And if you defeat this location, you then earn yourself the ability to unlock whoever's in here. Now, the rule set is if you don't beat it, you can't open it. But I don't know how many people can hold back themselves from wanting to crack this open and reveal who's inside. It's collectible. That's the whole point. When's the last time you opened up a trading card booster pack and you didn't reveal the very last card in the booster pack, which is usually the super rare or whatever? So the one thing I can tell you about this, cracking this thing open, man, it's brutal. It is like super sealed, and you have to like punch it. So this is not a good example because it is actually ripped, but it's not difficult in terms of replaying the value of this collectible essence, is to just, take one of them and sneak them back in, and then just play with your kids over again to determine who's in here, right? So you can still, if you open these up very carefully, you can still reuse them. And I have a few that are still reusable, like a clamshell I can put back in and reuse. So, but I do have one that's unopened. You can hear it, unopened. And this is the one I'll be using during a gameplay just to show you. And I have no idea who's in here. And that one also comes with their character card, which is sealed. And it says, stop, do not open until you have rescued the hero. The trapped hero is rescued from the Thanostone. So you're finding this location to rescue them, hopefully defeat them, open them up, add them to your collection, spend more money. So you're going to have a bunch of characters. Here I have Spider-Ham, Vision, Platinum version, ultra rare Hulkbuster. I've got Winter Soldier, a version of Captain America in his gladiator form. I think this is Iron Patriot or War Machine in his, I don't know if this is a Thor something. I have his character card. I have Scarlet Witch, Ms. Marvel, and Spider-Man. Something Spider-Man. I don't know which Spider-Man this is. Somebody please comment below. Tell me who this is, because it just says Spider-Man on his card, and I don't know what that means. So, where is it? It is right here. Oh, no. It's Spider-Man with a Y. So, maybe he's from the future. Maybe he looks kind of like a robot. I don't know. But you've got the character cards. Okay? And that's base for all these characters that you get. They've got different stats. You've got Mind, Power, Fist, something. Wind. I don't know. I'm going to tell you it's mind, energy, strength, and speed. Mind, energy, strength, and speed. And they all have different values. These values are important when you're assembling your team, and also when you're going to certain locations and they are of a certain type, usually 2 or 3 or 4 of this type. So you end up having to being able to utilize these bonuses. Sometimes they have a special effect, which I'll explain in a minute. Here's Vision. Here's Winter Soldier, the Platinum Hulkbuster, Groot. Oh, where's Groot? Oh, he's right here. Yeah, no, sorry, Groot. Groot is a great one too. He looks so cool. Again, he's not painted. This is molded, actually molded plastic with a little bit of dark wash on him, and he looks great. I really like him. And everybody loves Groot. I got Spider-Man, Scarlet Witch, Iron Ham, Ms. Marvel, and Grand Marshal Rhodes. And again, they all have these stats, all the same stats, some of them, and these are bonuses, okay? And I think I have an extra Winter Soldier because I got a duplicate. And then you'll have the different locations. So you're going to see this is Baron Stark's Henchman, and this is new for this particular series, which is called an Armor Battle. So there'll be an armor token, which increases the difficulty in order for you to defeat it. But the bonus is that if you defeat it, you gain a armor token, which helps you boost any one of your 4 attributes when you're in battle. So it says here, cover the attack number, which is 7, with an armor token. When hit, the first hero placed on the hit track takes the armor token. So you've got Kingsman Crew, and there's a variety, and you'll notice a couple things. You're going to notice a top track and a bottom track. The top track is the failure track. So if you are at this location and you're trying to defeat it and you don't on your turn, you will be filling up this, I guess, battle track. If it reaches all 3, you've lost the battle. The blue side is your progress track. This is your progress on your character or characters. There's no limit to the number of characters at each location. And when you do a battle, if you're successful, you will be moving along this track. And once you get to the final slot, you've beaten the battle. And I'll show that as it goes on. And you'll notice that they have the affiliated attribute symbols, so mind and energy. And you'll see a number here, 7+. This is the roll that you must make, including any modifications to your value, in order to consider a successful hit or battle. You've got one here, for example. This one's 9 or higher, very difficult. And you're rolling a d12. And then you'll have what I had back here, which were the Thanostones. When you're doing a setup, you will include a set number, depending on the number of heroes that you're using, a Thanostone, and if, like I said, you defeat this location, you will earn yourself the chance to crack one of these open and rescue whoever Thanos has trapped in here. So I'm going to go through a quick setup. You've got a couple tokens. These are the armor tokens. And you've got the, I guess, the failure token markers. and you've got your D12. You have the Thanos face, which is an immediate fail. And then you have the star, which is an immediate success. No matter what your values you're using, it's always a success. And you have everything else in between. And like I said, because of your skill modifiers, you're able to increase and bump up the overall value when you're trying to do an attack. You have something called a day and night phase. I forgot to mention, which every location has that symbol, either the sun or a moon. And what this does is it will potentially increase the threat level on this threat track, I guess, if you want to call it that. I don't think they're very specific on what it's called. The danger track, the danger token. Okay, so if you're playing with just there's a chart on the back of the rule set. It's a one-piece rule set. It tells you if you're playing with a certain number of heroes, this is the number of Thanostones that you'll be adding, and this is the number of Thanostone battle cards that you'll add to the stack, and the number of other battle cards, and how many battles you need to win, or you need to complete in order to win the game. So you'll see as you increase the number of heroes, it increases the number of required wins. But if you ever lose 3, if 3 locations are ever at the loss or fulfilled as a loss, you immediately lose, regardless of player count. So it does, I think it's more or less balanced. So what I'll do is I'm going to do a quick setup. I'm going to go with a 4-player count. There's no card management here. It's all character management. I'll just do a quick run through to show you what it's like. And if I'm lucky, I might even reach that Thanostone and defeat it, so I can show you and find out who's inside here. I'm opening this either way, so this is going to be a reveal as well. And I'll get that set up, and I'll be right back to show you how Battleworld, or Marvel Battleworld, is played. I'll see you soon. All right, I'm back. I've got my table set up for Marvel Battleworld, the collectible Funko battle game. And this is the Ultimate Armory version, which means I do have Ultimate Armory tokens. And these are the tokens here, which, depending on the location, they may be what's called armor battles. And when you do that, it'll instruct you to place one of these tokens, which basically increases the difficulty in order for you to be successful in battling it. If you do, on the first, the first reveal, and you do manage to successfully do the first battle or first attack on that location, you break the armor, and then you flip the token over, and this becomes a +3. This +3 then goes to your character. There's no limit in terms of the number of these +3 battle armor tokens that you can have. It goes to your character, and at any time, you may use it, one-time use, to boost any one of your 4 attributes. Now, I have two of my characters actually come as part of their character setup, actually comes with armor tokens, and that's one of the defining differences between this series and the previous series. And you'll see that I've selected my characters, my team of 4. I've got Vision, and that's my his character right there. And you'll see that Vision may re-roll attacks once at armor battles. Obviously his bonus here is his mind and his energy. He gets a +2, a +4, +2. Strength and speed, he gets nothing. He gets no bonuses. I've got Grand Marshal Rhodes, which is, I guess, the Thor version of Rhodey. And he begins with a 1 armor token. And when Grand Marshal Rhodes attacks, hits at a energy battle, he advances twice. That'll make sense as I play it. You'll see he's got his attributes here. I'm using the Platinum Hulkbuster, and he gets super armored. He begins the game with 2 armor tokens. Satellite repairs, when the sun is flipped, Hulkbuster may take an armor token from anywhere, and that's any location. And there are his stats here. And then I've got Winter Soldier. He's got combat reflexes. When Winter Soldier's attacks hits at a speed battles, he advances twice, and he's got his attributes there. So one of the reasons why I chose these particular 4 is that it's a nice balance of attributes amongst all 4 of them. I don't have too many that are just strength or just speed. I've got a few mixed in between, but that's limited by, again, the characters that I've managed to pick up. Now, just to go back in terms of these battle balls, with these battle balls, I think if you're going to do this, if you're going to go out, and my recommendation here is, again, it's very lightweight, it's very simple for kids, kind of fun, and you get these little cute figures. That's probably enough. But I wouldn't buy at retail price. I think it's way too expensive for these battle balls. If you find them at dollar store or Dollarama, it's an easy 50% off difference. Then you buy, maybe spend $20. You buy 6 or 7 of these battle balls. Each one comes with 2 characters. And then there's usually about 4 location cards for each battle ball. So you'll end up with 24-ish locations, and then that's enough to sort of create a play field where if you're playing with 4 characters, you need at least I think 17. What's the number here? You need at least 17 battle cards so that you can get 9 successful wins in order to beat the game. And remember, 3 losses and you lose regardless. So that's what I did. I just picked up 6 of these, and it's good enough. I don't feel like I need, aside from the collectible element, I don't feel like I need to do more or buy more. So we're going to go ahead and start the game. So you're going to choose your team, and in terms of number of players, you are free to choose any number of heroes and divide it amongst the number of players that you have. So when my daughter and I have played this, I'll take 2 characters, she'll take 2 characters, and we'll just alternate back and forth our turns. You can play with up to, I don't know, and I don't really feel like there's a limit. You can play up to 5, 6 people, depending on the number of characters you have and the number of battle cards that you have, because it scales by 3. So for every character that you add to the game, you add 3 battle cards to the number that you need, and then you increase the number of wins by 3 as well. So, or something like that. Okay, so the very first thing you're going to do is you make sure everyone is ready to go, and then what you'll do is you're going to take the number of battle cards that you have and reveal the same equal number of battle cards to the number of heroes that you're playing with. So in this case, it'll be 4. So I'm going to reveal 1. So this is the Dire Wraiths. I don't know how well can you see these cards. Yeah, you can see them pretty well. Okay, and every card that you reveal must touch at least one side of the previous card, so they have to be adjacent. Okay, so I've got my first Thanostone, Baron 0, and you know what? I'll put this one up here. Okay, so once you've done that, now it's kind of the deploy phase. You get to move. You can only move once. You don't have to, but in this case, for starting, you have to move once. So I'm really interested in getting that Thanostone, and I think that the best person to do that might be Rhodey. I could send Winter Soldier, but I'm going to send Rhodey instead. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So I'm going to move Rhodey here first. Okay, I'm going to put him down this way so you can see him. So I've done my move. The next thing I can do is I can do my battle. And when I battle, I'm going to be rolling this D12. And because Rhodey starts with an armor token, I'm able to boost his value. Now you'll see that the location here, the Thanostone location, has the 2 symbols, energy and speed. Now, ideally, the most difficult choice of this game is making sure you have a character who you feel has an attribute and bonus that could possibly succeed in this battle. In this case, a 7 or higher. I chose Rhodey because he has 2 interesting skills, 3 actually. With his energy, he gets a +3. And on his special ability, when Grand Marshal Rhodes attacks and he hits, he advances twice. Now, what happens is when you do a successful hit, I'm just going to ignore Rhodey's ability. Let's just say I rolled. Let's say I have no bonuses. I'm just going to roll. I rolled a 9. Because it's a 7, it's higher than 7 or higher, I am going to move to the first spot of this location. Okay? That's the first successful hit of this location. That ends Rhodey's turn. Now, I could send someone else to this location to also do a roll. Let's try with... Okay, he rolled a 6. So in this case, Winter Soldier rolled a 6 and therefore failed in his attempt at this location. So what you would do is then you would take the danger tracker and you would place it on the first diamond of the location. If I want to, I can send someone else. I could send Vision. and I can do a roll. And he rolls a 9. So when he rolls a 9, he will be moving to the next available spot in the, I guess, the hero track, the success track. And once I do that, I have now won this battle. So when I win the battle, I'll just move these guys out of the way, and I'll flip this over to indicate that I have won this battle. If I have my guys here and I have constantly failed, each time I fail, I will move this danger track one spot forward. If I reach this third spot, then I have lost this battle, in which case I will flip it over and I will leave the threat or the danger marker on there indicating that this location, I have lost that battle. And if I lose 3, the game is over. All the heroes lose. There's no direct attacking of the players because there's no health. It's more about, I guess, area control or area management, if you want to call it that. So that's basically the premise. Now, one of the things I don't like is the way you're tracking with the danger track. So normally what you're supposed to do is you put a token on there, and then for each loss of battle, you would move this tracker. It has happened more than once where I've accidentally knocked the card and it's shifted and I forget where it is. So what I do instead is, because with all the battle balls I've bought, and each one comes with maybe 6 tokens, so 6 danger track tokens, I just place 1 per loss in terms of battle. So I'll place this one if I lose another one, and then if I lose 1 more, this is the 3rd, in which case this location battle has been lost. Okay, so let's go back. So where was I? Rhodey had rolled, and that was it. Now, what I want to do now, instead, we're going to go backwards. So I'm going to send Rhodey here, and instead I'm going to roll the battle die, but instead I'm going to use his ability. He's got his armor token, which boosts any one attribute by 3. Now, because his attribute on his card shows that he has an energy, if he's at any location with energy, he gets a +3, and he just so happens to be at an energy location here, and gives him +3. That already boosts me pretty good, but I'm going to add this one to my energy attribute to give me a +6. So I'm going to roll, and I rolled an 8, because I want to do overkill. So 8 plus 6 is 14. That's well over the requirements of this location. And as a result, I'm going to use Rhodey's special ability, which is when Grand Marshal Rhodes attacks and hits at an energy battle, he advances twice. So normally, under normal circumstances, I'd just be at 1 location. But now I get to move 2 because of his ability, and I immediately win this particular battle. So I'm going to put him right here. I've won that battle, and as a result, I have unlocked and rescued whoever was in that Thanostone. And I'll show that later. I'll reveal that later after the game. So I've got this one. So under normal game circumstances, the moment you have rescued a hero, you can crack them open right away and they can join your team if you want to, or they can replace a team member on your team because you've already established a set number of battle cards in your deck. So this could be an easy swap up. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this one here. Let me know that I have now successfully won and beaten that. So next thing I'm going to do is, remember, we're not done yet. I've only rescued him. I still need to win 9 battles out of the stack here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move Hulkbuster over to Chandu the Mystic. I don't know who that is. And I'm going to go ahead. I've got 2 armor tokens that I have with the Hulkbuster. And I'm going to boost. I'm going to boost his strength, which is already +4, and this location has a strength, so he matches. I'm going to boost it +7. Okay, I rolled a 9. I'm getting overkill here. So he doesn't have any special abilities, so he's just going to win this one and move to the first spot location right here. Okay? And that's it. Sorry, after you've used armor tokens, you have to discard them. It's a one-time use, and since I've already activated these 2, they have an alternate side, which is a grayed out side, and this indicates that they've been used, so you don't forget who's moved. So Hulkbuster still has 1 more armor token, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to move Bucky, Winter Soldier, over here, Dire Wraiths, and this location has the strength, energy, and speed, and Winter Soldier so happens to get 2 bonuses here, but you only get to choose one of the attributes, and I will choose his speed attribute, which gives him a 3, I'm going to roll. I get a 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 is higher than 7. And because of his special ability, when Winter Soldier attacks, hits at a speed location or a speed battle, he advances twice. So he's moving 1, 2, and that is an immediate win. Done. So that ends Winter Soldier's turn. Vision is now going to figure out where he wants to go. And he doesn't really have a lot here, so he's just going to go to this location. He technically can go here, but he does not have a bonus. So we're going to go here. We're going to roll. We get an 8. Oh, 8 or higher. And he had a energy matching the location, and his attribute gives him +2, so that's actually 10. So we'll move him to the first location here. That's it. Now we enter sort of the advanced danger phase. So you'll notice that each location has a symbol, whether it's a moon or a sun, and you've got a token, which you'll flip, and whatever it lands on, well, it lands on the moon. I will advance the danger token by 1. Now again, if it was, if there's not a danger token already, you would place it on the first spot. If it's already there, you would slide it up to the next location. But in my situation, I'm just putting the number of tokens to match the number of danger. So we're going to each put a danger token here, and that's it. So that ends the sort of advanced danger phase. Now we go back to the beginning of the sort of a refresh stage where we're getting our players all ready. We flip their cards over, ready to go again. And now we're going to reveal another set of battle cards equal to the number of heroes. So that's going to be 4. So, oh, this is a Thanostone. So quite honestly, this is only if you had more than one Thanostone. So in this case, I'm gonna exclude this one. The only reason you put more than one Thanostone, even though I have one Thanostone, is just to increase the likelihood that you'd be able to rescue someone. So I've revealed Baron Stark's henchman. This is an armor battle where I'll take the armor token and I'm going to cover its existing battle value, which was 7, and now it's a 10 or higher in order for me to beat the first spot and retrieve that token. Here's number 2. Oh, it's another armor battle. I'm going to put the token here. That's 3, and that's 4. Okay, so now we get to start. Now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to at least show you what it looks like. Sorry, I forgot the Hulkbuster's ability too. Satellite repairs. If during the advanced danger phase I had flipped the sun, the Hulkbuster would have been able to retrieve an armor token from anywhere. But unfortunately, at the time that the danger phase took place, there were no tokens to take. So I'm not sure if that counts if you can take it from somebody else. Okay, so we're going to start, and we're going to start with the Hulkbuster. Hulkbuster, if I wanted to, I can move. Sorry, I can do a battle here, or I can leave my spot and go here to try to battle, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try to win this battle. And I'm going to go ahead. I'm not going to spend my armor token, but I've got a +4, and I'm going to roll. Okay. So I've got the Thanos face, which means it's an immediate fail, which means we're going to place a second danger token at that location. It's 1 away from being a loss. Okay, so that ends the Hulkbuster's turn. We'll do Vision. He's going to go there. He's going to roll. He gets a 6 plus 2, which is 8. So he advances to the next spot, and that's the only one. So now this battle has been won. We flip it over. It's considered a successful battle. So now I have a total of 3 out of the 9 that I have to win. Vision is done. We're going to move. Well, let's just move Winter Soldier here. He's at a location that has mind and speed, so we're going to use his speed attribute. It's a 4. 4 plus 3 is 7, so that's a fail. So we're going to place a danger token on this location. And that ends Winter Soldier, and now it's Grand Marshal Rhodes, which I think we'll go ahead. We're going to try. We'll go here, the hood. The hood, we're going to roll. We get a 3. 3 plus his bonus attribute of 3 at this strength location is not enough, so that is advanced danger on there. And that's it. So now we move into the advanced danger stage. We're going to flip. It's the sun. So with the sun, we're first going to use the Hulkbuster's ability. When the sun is flipped, Hulkbuster may take an armor token from anywhere, and we'll take it from here. Okay, so he gets an armor token. And now anything that has the sun, we will advance the danger. So there's a sun here, so we're going to advance the danger. There's a sun here, we're going to advance the danger. And that's it. We move into the next round. Between turns or between rounds is very straightforward. We're going to reveal another 4. 1, 2, this is an armor location. 3, a Thanostone, which I'll just keep out there for now, and 4. Okay. Okay, so now we get to do the hero's turn. Let's start with the Hulkbuster again, and this time I'm going to boost. I'm going to boost his strength +7. He rolls a 5. Now, if it was if he didn't use it, he would get a +4, which would still beat it. But in this case, we did a little overkill, so we have won this battle. We're going to flip this over. See how when I'm flipping, I might knock the ones next to it, which shifts the danger token, which is why it's not a good idea just to use one danger token and slide it across the danger track. So that was Hulkbuster. And we're going to do Rhodes again. I think we'll try him again one more time. He gets an 8. An 8 +3. He also wins this battle. So this location is 1. And that was Rhodey. And then we'll try Winter Soldier again. And we're going to roll. He gets a 2. A 2 plus a 3 is 5. And that adds the third and final token to this location, which means we have lost the battle at this location. So we're going to flip this one over. We're going to leave one of the danger tokens here to denote it as a lost location. And that means we're 2 away from losing the game. So that was Winter Soldier, and now it's Vision. Vision is going to go ahead and let's go to Stingray. And we're going to roll. And I chose to go here because it's the location shows that the mind attribute is there, and Vision has a mind attribute +4. So he gets a 1. Rhodey, what did you do? And that's a fail, so we'll put a danger token here. And that ends. So now we're going to do the advanced danger phase. It's the sun. Because of that, Hulkbuster gets to pull an armor token from anywhere. And we're going to advance anything with the sun, which is this one, which is this one, which is this one, and which is this one. Ooh, there's quite a few. Okay, so we're going to refresh our characters. They're ready to go. And we're going to reveal a few more. I only have 2 here, but you know what? I'm just going to pull out an extra 2. If you get to the point where you don't have any more locations, you just don't reveal anymore, because at the end of the day, as long as there's enough grid, enough cards to meet the win condition, you're fine. So I'll do one more here, and I'll do one more here. So these are armor battles, which I will place. Previous series did not have this armor token. I think this is just to spice it up a little. Okay, so now what are we going to do here? We're going to go and we're going to try Vision again to try to win that one. Okay, here we go. He gets a 7. 7 plus 4 is 11, and he moves to the first spot. He wins this one, so that's a win. And how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're 3 away. That's Vision. And I'm going to send the Hulkbuster to Baron Stark, and I'm going to boost my strength with an armor token. I get a 2. 2 plus 4 plus 3 is 9, which is enough. I move to the first slot, and I win this location. I defeat it. Okay, so that was Hulkbuster. He gets rid of this token that he used, and now we've got 2 left. So I'm going to go ahead. I will move Winter Soldier up to here at this location. It is a speed location. I need 7 or higher, and I get to use the attribute bonus for Winter Soldier. I get a 3. 3 plus 3 is 6, so that's a fail. So we're going to put the danger marker right there. And now it's Grand Marshal Rhodes, which means what? Where is he going to go? Oh, he could advance twice. I don't know if this is going to work or not. Okay, so we're going to move him here. And we're going to roll. He's got his bonus of +3. He gets a 6. +3 is 9. And because of his special ability at a location with energy, he gets to move twice. So he's going to move to this middle spot. And that's it. So now we're going to flip. And we're advancing all the locations with suns. And then that's it for me. So we have a location here with sun. Because it meets its final and third location on the danger track, this becomes a loss. We're going to advance this one. 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 And if you haven't noticed, this one was already at 3, which means that this one is also a loss. We lose. 1, 2, 3 losses. And we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We were 2 away from winning, but unfortunately, luck was not on our side, and we have lost the game. So, and that's it. If I won a few more and I had a few more battle cards, I could reveal it. And quite honestly, you can just keep them going. I don't see why you need to follow any specific rule, as long as you have enough battle cards to meet the winning condition. That's it. So I have more than 9 cards, and I would have the ability to meet that condition. But in this case, I lost the battles first, and I lost the 3 battles, and therefore the game is lost for me. So really, this is very, very simple. But you know what? Hey, I did rescue the Thanostone. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to crack this, and I don't care about keeping this one, so I'm just going to bust it open. And it is... Who is this? This looks like... Here, take a close look. Who is that? I won't know till I open up the card, but this looks like Rocket Man. This is new. Okay, so I'm going to put this one right here. I'm going to open up the card. And let's see who it is. Ooh, this is exciting. I was quite excited when I got the Platinum Iron Man, so I don't know what rarity this person is. This is Captain Marvel. This is Captain Marvel. I don't know if she's a rare or not. I don't think she's a rare because I think Platinum rares have a special border. Captain Marvel, she begins the game with 1 armor token, and she has a special ability, Amplify. Captain Marvel adds +5 instead of +3 when making armor attacks, and 3 of her attributes already have a bonus. So if she were at a strength location, she would get +2, +5 if she was at an armor, and then the roll. Wow, that's cool. That's heavy duty. Okay, well there you go. So you've actually seen a nice little review, or not review, but a reveal of what it is to rescue someone from. This is actually really nice. I like the look here. I kind of wish it was more the traditional Captain Marvel, but I'm okay with this too. So let's just get down to it. Very, very simple. Luck-based. Totally luck-based. If it wasn't for the armor tokens, I think obviously the armor battles would be very difficult. You could easily leave the armor battles out and leave armor token, anything related to armor tokens out in terms of the text and abilities to keep things simple. When I play with my daughter, I navigate the text on the cards for her to help her understand what happens if she's successful. All she needs to know is matching a symbol to the location and knowing that you get that bonus. And then she rolls the dice and adds. So there's a bit of math, there's a bit of iconography, identification, a little bit of choice in terms of moving. This is great for little kids, for your kids when you're playing. It's got the Marvel theme. They've got these cool little miniatures that you get to play with, and I could easily use these in other games too. Like, I don't know, Marvel United. But the concept of what you're doing is very, very simple. Reveal a location, move to the location, attempt your battle, see how far you move, advance the danger track if necessary, and then rinse and repeat. Your novelty here is definitely the little miniatures, the character cards, and obviously the collectible item of this aspect of this game. This is what I think brings the kids back to buy more. Hey, mommy, daddy, can I buy another battle ball because I want to get the Platinum Hulk. I have my daughter. She once her first experience with a blind box was some kind of I forgot what it's called, but they're animals. You get a very equivalent sized tiny plastic animal inside a little animal carry bin or something, and it's a blind box. It's completely wrapped, and obviously it's plastered with all the imagery of all the potential characters that you can get. And I had to explain to her, because she didn't understand what blind boxes were. I had to explain to her that you don't know what you're getting inside. It could be one of these, or it could be none of these. It could be something else that we don't know. But I told her, I encouraged her to make that decision. And I gave her the choice. I was willing to spend a few dollars. You can buy something that you don't know what's inside. That's a mystery. Or you can go and get something of the equivalent price that you know. There's right beside it was like a little, My Little Pony horse or something like that. She can see it. She knows what it looks like. She knows the color of the hair. It comes with an accessory. So that was an opportunity for her to determine what the concept of a blind bag was like. So she went with the blind bag. We opened it, and it was this pug that she just didn't like. She doesn't like pugs. And right away she didn't want it. And so that was a lesson learned. In this game, my lesson learned, well, I'm not a huge fan of this particular Captain America. He's a gladiator version. I don't really care. I'm a traditional kind of guy, right? I like the ones that I know. Even this Captain Marvel is borderline for me, right? I like the original look. And Rhodey, I like the original look of Rhodey, not this one. Vision, I'm okay with. Winter Soldier, okay. Platinum Hulkbuster, he still looks like Hulkbuster. I'm fine. Groot, I'm okay with. Ms. Marvel, I'm okay with. Scarlet Witch, I really like this particular sculpt. This Spider-Ham or Iron Ham, don't care, right? So I'm gonna get the one, and I got a couple duplicates too. So that's the nature of blind bags, or blind boxes or whatever. And this is the nature of the collectibleness of this particular game. Aside from that, I'm not buying any more. I'm not interested in getting more characters. There was that initial, I want to get a few more just so that I can have a complete set of cards to play with. But this is something I bring out to the table. Storing this is next to impossible. I can store it, most of the stuff in here, but amongst a span of 3 of these, I can fit everything in. Not exactly the best. I'd probably go out, get a craft box or something so I can keep all the tokens, all the characters. They're small enough, and the cards in one location rather than having a whole bunch of these on my game shelf. I think the idea behind it is, again, very filler-like. Nothing complicated. I would recommend having at least enough danger tokens that you're not having to slide it across this track, because if it gets knocked, you will end up forgetting. And in terms of its replay value, the replay value comes with, don't worry about the Thanostones. If you want to, keep a few of these, try not to break them open, and then you can reseal them for your kids to say, hey, what's inside there? Who's missing from the group? But chances are you won't want to play it like that. So you can just exclude the Thanostones from the tiles and just play with the tiles that you have and keep the goal the same. Try to win based on the player count, the number of battles you need. Just try to avoid losing 3. And then that's it. So there you go. That was Marvel Battleworld, the collectible Funko battle game. Very simple for kids, kind of borderline filler. It's easy, very easy to set up. Doesn't take any time at all. Lay out the cards, choose your team, enjoy playing with your little characters. Look at this little mini Groot, baby Groot. I love it. And then just go ahead, roll. Try to earn those battles. Heavily luck dependent, and very few options to mitigate your rolls except for your attribute abilities, and in this particular series, having those armor tokens. So that's the one thing that you can try to aim for, is trying to go to those armor battles, get your armor tokens so that you can try to boost it for some other location that isn't an armor battle, but is still pretty tough to beat. So thanks for joining me and pulling up a chair and just being bored today. And until next time, stay bored.